So for our first business, we were a movie theater and a bar, a concept that was still new at the time. There wasn't a lot of movie theaters that have bar or food in them, and we were doing programming that no one else did. So we were showing retro movies, we were showing these independent films that never shown in Kansas City before. And then we brought arcades in and stuff. So we did all these things that no one else was really doing, but we did them slowly. We naturally let the things kind of grow within our business and within what our customers wanted and expected of us. But we initially started looking for a specific crowd, the crowd that wants to spend money. When we opened Tapcade, the arcade restaurant and movie theater, it was kind of a natural progression for what we were already doing at Armour. But on the other side, Armour's more of a movie theater with those amenities, whereas Tapcade is more of a restaurant and bar and arcade that also has a movie theater. The movie theater is not necessarily secondary, but it kind of is in that instance, because it is only one theater, it's only 45 seats. But we learned, but we targeted a different audience. We targeted the hardcore gamer or the people who grew up in the 90s and late 80s that now have kids and they still want to do fun things, but you can't always go to a bar, or you're too old to go to like a bar in Westport. So we wanted to target a specific audience that is, people growing up with nostalgia that also want their kids to play these games. We like working for ourselves, but we also like giving people jobs. We like creating stuff for our community. And then, then result is obviously you do make a lot of money. So we want to have as many different hands and as many different things as possible and bring stuff that is new and never been done. So, I think in each of our business ventures, either we're the first doing it or we're doing it different than it's ever done. Like our movie theater, we were the first brand in Kansas City to ever have alcohol in a theater. And then we were the first ones to have arcades back in a theater. This is prior to the Alamo Draft House existing and AMC serving alcohol. And we were doing all these retro movies when no one else was doing them. So we were, the first place in the city to do them. And then down here, we wanted to make an arcade bar because there's not one in Kansas City. Now there's two. We were open first, and we're a larger, and we're the only locally owned one. So we also have a movie theater and a full restaurant. They don't have that stuff. So we're first to market on a lot of our businesses, and our newest thing, Shock Treatment, is flipping the haunted house or the escape rooms on its head, and it's kind of evolving those processes and being the first one to do something similar but very different and evolved. And I think that's kind of what we're looking at now, is doing something people can acknowledge as, okay, that's a movie theater, but then it's a movie theater that's so much more than that. It's, it's from the design of it to our programming to the food and drink options we have to just our pricing. Like everything's a little bit different, and how we treat you as a customer is a little bit different. So nobody's here yet, so I'm just going to turn off the movie.
Oh, you turn it off from back here?
Yeah.
So what does it go back into the theater?
No, this is the beer cooler. But I'm going to untap this keg.
It's cold back here.
Because we already have one of these on tap. Our labor is really high right now because we have, for the first 4 hours of the day, but we're not making any money. It's just employees like prepping food, doing work around here. So it's just people working. We're not actually making any money. So it'll show me here like how much, when the first dollar comes in, then the margin of labor versus sales starts balancing out. So like right now it's terrible. It's 150% labor. So like right now, right now it's costing me 150% to stay open for what we're making, but there's a bunch of open tabs, so I know it's really probably like 60%, but we've only been open for like an hour and a half, 2 hours at this point, so I know throughout the day it should get busier. If it doesn't, that's when I'll start sending the most expensive people home first, like the kitchen people, all the way down to like the bartender, until it's just the littlest staff possible so we can actually make some money. We are entering into our 4th year as business owners. So and in those 4 years, we're going to be opening our 4th business. 3 of them have storefronts, and 1 of them is a private business. And I think we never expected to have 4 businesses. I think when we first started, it was like, okay, we're going to have 1, and maybe in 4 or 5 years we'll have another one. And then it just became, well, we got this. We did a bunch of stuff right, or we did stuff that connected to people, and we were fortunate enough to save money and be smart with our money rather than just taking it all for ourselves, because that's what can happen to a lot of business owners. You start making money and you want to pay yourself a bunch, and maybe you can do that, or you could invest smartly and improve. We went digital right away. Within 6 months, we got all new digital equipment, and then a year later, we got all new seats in the theater. And we do like big jumps, and maybe for some people it looks small, but for us, and you compare it to other businesses, it's pretty massive jumps in a short amount of time. And then we keep opening other businesses because we have all these ideas and we're young. We can do that. So I think 10 years from now, who knows what's going to happen? Hopefully, all the businesses we open are still there. Maybe some of them, maybe we sell, or maybe we close or move, or who knows what happens, because the areas, businesses are all dependent on what's around you, what community is around you, who lives around you, what other businesses around you. So we're in positions where we think those are all going to grow. So we hope within 10 years, all of our businesses have grown with those communities, and we've become a staple and a part of those communities.